right, Bob and Brian, what we're going to do here today is we're going to walk out around Cheeseman Park. We're going to hit a couple of different locations, and we want to get to the bottom of that paranormal history. So we are still out here at Cheeseman Park. You guys say there are 2,000 to 5,000 bodies still buried here yet to be dug up.
Yeah, that's right. It's not certain exactly how many there are because they're all unmarked. Nobody knows exactly who, how many. Best estimates are 2,000 to 5,000 around the park. Our guess is kind of around the 3,000 educated guess. As for who they are, nobody has any idea in terms of putting it down to a specific name to be able to say this person was so-and-so. But back in 2010, they were repairing some sprinklers and they accidentally unearthed 5 of them. We managed to work with the medical examiner's office and the human identification lab at Metro State University, brought in the forensic anthropologists, and we were able to study those 5 skeletons, and we were able to determine some things about who they had been. After we worked with the anthropologist in the medical examiner's office, they didn't know what to do with this sort of stuff, so we said, we'll put it in our archives, we'll bring it out to be able to, on our educational programs, show people this is what happened. So these are casket handles and other assorted hardware because the wooden caskets had disintegrated. They were buried shallowly. There's nothing left. It was bones and a few metal pieces, and these are some of those metal pieces.
All right, so now what we want to do is I just want to get more of an idea of what's under this here ground. Is that cool with you?
Let's do it.
So where are we today? We're out here, we're on the ground.
Absolutely.
We're walking over these bodies. I gotta know, is this place haunted?
Definitely maybe.
Definitely maybe. What makes you think
There's
so?
a lot of really cool ghost stories out here, don't get me wrong. I mean, some of the ghost stories of, let's say you're out here early in the morning jogging around the park, you may hear somebody jogging behind you, you turn around and there's nobody there. One of my favorite ones is they say that if you're laying down in the park, you know, just catching some sun, that you try to get up and it feels like there's somebody or something holding you down and you just can't get up. And the fact that this was a Native American burial ground before it was the cemetery. If they do run across bodies that predate the cemetery, there's a good chance that they're going to have to cordon the whole thing off and dig everybody out.
There you are.
Where have you guys been? I got lost and I just walked here and sat in front of this weird looking building. I have no idea where I'm at.
As it happens, you found the right place.
Okay,
This is the Croke-Patterson Mansion, which, based on the sort of published literature, we know of at least one suicide from a former owner that did take place here, and we've been able to document that. That, of course, has led to ghost stories. There are stories of suicidal dogs that have come out of that turret up there, supposedly. We're skeptical that that is true, but that's the story. There's also just over there a place where mysterious water, supposedly from ghostly origin, just shows up on the sidewalk.
Really?
Although we have determined that to actually just be because the Denver ditch system runs under this property. So there's some ghost stories we have not been able to debunk, and there are some that we have.
So where are we at right now?
We are at the Grant Humphreys Mansion.
So what happened here? Because something's happened everywhere we've been. So what happened
Well,
here?
definitely a lot of things have happened here. Probably one of the biggest and most important things is who's owned the building over the years. The man that owned the place at the time walked away from a dinner that was happening here, said he was going to, and the reports vary, he was going to clean his gun, he was going to take a break, whatever, but a shot rings out from the other room and it turns out that he did die. So now he's one of the primary ghost stories that you see here.
Well, all right, guys, it's been quite a morning, quite a day. We've been to quite a few places. We've learned quite a bit of stories about quite a bit of haunted people. Have any of these hauntings been confirmed?
You know, I wouldn't say they've been confirmed. You know, until the ghost shows up, shakes my hand, and introduces himself, I always have to sort of maintain a certain scientific skepticism. But there are some places, including some of the ones we've been to, where some things have happened that we haven't been able to explain yet.
Well, for those at home, those who are watching, if they're interested in more paranormal activity, where would you tell them to go? How can they learn more?
Well, funny you should mention. More details in our book. It's called Case Files of the Rocky Mountain Paranormal Research Society. This is volume 1, which is out now. You can find it at RockyMountainParanormal.com, or it's available wherever books are sold. So that's where you can get more details on a lot of these stories, and volume 2 will be out this September.
All right, volume 2 is coming soon, and if there's as many stories in there as I've heard from these two guys today, it's definitely something you might want to check out.